This is Second Esdras, chapter 15. I'm going to start at 14. It says, woe to them that dwell. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the elect. Just going into this, watch that movie, Leaving the World Behind. I suggest people, it's a great watch, a great watch. And, I suggest, if you're a man, if you're into this truth, that's a great movie to watch, man. A lot of, prophetic things was going on there. But anyway, this is says, woe to them that dwell in the world. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That's right. Because it's going to be crazy times that are getting ready to come up in the up and coming, times that we're in. It can happen any moment, man. And as we know that China, Russia, Iran, and a lot of other countries has joined to hand to come out with their own currency, So America is going to be doing something real drastic real soon. We don't know what it is. It could be anything, but it's going to change the course of how things are ran, currently. And how it's going to be, it's going to be against your will. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be a forceful type of thing because they're getting ready to turn over a new leaf, as they would say, this new world order. And things are going to get real shaky before they think, before they say, this thing could take off smoothly. First it's going to be a little rough. And this is the mind of the so-called white man. This is how he's thinking. He's going to be a rough start, but eventually things are, Eventually things are, come around. His new world order will go according to his, his wishing. But that's the farthest thing from the truth. And it says, woe to them it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. That's right. Destruction is coming to this place called Babylon the Great, and the people that dwell therein. Because a lot of people didn't take pride, they didn't enjoy fear, they didn't fear the Lord when the Lord was putting a message out there to the men that's on the highways and byways doing this work. Nobody was, really fearing what they were saying. They thought it was coming out of a fairy tale book. This book is not, it's been around all this time and nothing happened. That, I can see that the book said, people don't read the Bible. They don't understand it. So this book everything is coming to pass according to what the Bible say. If you read it, you'll see. And it reads, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. That's going to be your race wars and different type of things, this is heating up right now with this Hamas and this Israeli thing. And it's going to spread amongst all people because Esau is not going to let a crisis go to waste. And that's even these small Edomites, because they see their world is getting ready to crash. What they're going to do, they're going to go after anybody that's darker than a brown paper bag, like they did in the days of Katrina. Back in the day when Katrina was, those days, the day of Katrina, when that thing in St. Louis, New Orleans went down. It's like, so, it's going to be people coming up against each other. And it says, one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Weapons in their hands. It's going to be, people going to be fighting to death. For there shall be sedition among men. People are not going to be, they're going to go up against the government because all the bullshit the government is spilling. You can start to feel it now. People are not trusting their government. They looking at Biden as this old senile, retarded ass man. They don't see him as a solution to what their problem is. You know what I'm saying? They see him more of a problem than a solution. So they're going to start coming up against the government, man, because after him, it's only going to get worse. Every year the presidencies get worse and worse. So you think, Biden, it's going to get worse. So the next motherfucker, you don't know who it might be. It might even be the Trump, but it might be worse. He might have restrictions and things of that nature. It's always going to get worse. So you best believe it's going to get worse. You're going to have sedition among men, and evading one another. You know, people gonna be breaking into people's homes and shit like that. It's gonna be a wild out shit because if you ain't prepared, you're gonna be a target basically. And it says, they shall not regard their king nor princess. They're not going to care what the governments are telling them to hold back, stay still. You know, don't go out. We going to feed you this. We got a truck coming around to feed. They ain't going to hear all that. People going to be hungry. They're going to need to get something to eat. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's right. They're going to take matters in their own hands. And they're going to come after and get what they need. And whatever they need, they see they need. And if you got it, they're coming to take it. Because that's how desperate it's going to be in those times, man. It's going to be real desperate times. And to read, a man shall desire to go in the city, and that's, you know, he going to want to move around, but you ain't. Like you go to that movie, and you see that flick, Leaving the World Behind, you can see people were trying to get out. They couldn't go nowhere. And not only that, in the city, where they didn't show the cities, but in the cities it's going to be more congested and more hectic. They might have, you know, martial troop laws, might have some blockage, all kind of shit, man. 15 minutes. It's going to be crazy out there. So we don't know how crazy it's going to be. We didn't see how crazy it was in the city, but you can just only imagine how crazy it's going to be. And it says, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. That's right, trouble. What you mean? It's going to be trouble. The cities, man. That's what he's talking about. These 15 minutes, these little cities, people that live in these small cities are going to be troubled because that's where, you know, where most of the action is going to be. A lot of shit is going to go down there. And it says the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Men are going to be crying like women in that day. Men heart failing them from fear. You know, and it says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's right. Great tribulation is coming here in Babylon the Great, man. And we're warning you, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans about what time is getting ready to come, man. And we telling you, man, this thing is about to boil over, man. And then now they put this movie out, they're pretty much giving you a glimpse of how things are getting ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? They telling you they finna snatch the rug from under this motherfucker. You know, and it's going down. We warning you, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of what's getting ready to go down. This is Jeremiah 30:5. It says, for thus said the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. That's right. It's not going to be no peace coming. Total trembling and fear is getting ready to come here in Babylon the Great. We warned you, man. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. You know, man don't carry children, a baby, you know. It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail. Hold on. Slack here. Like, where was I? It's like where I was, and it says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail. That's right. Men are going to be holding their loins. It says, and all faces are turned into paleness. That's right. Men's are going to be holding their loins because of the shit they're going to be seeing on the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be that bad out here. Face turn to paleness. You're going to be so scared. You're going to, you know, like I said, face turn to paleness. You know, very scared, man. And it said, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. No, it's going to be no days like the ones that are getting ready to come upon Babylon the Great, especially upon these days where everybody's so hooked on their electronic devices. Everything is hooked up, your phone, all your communication devices, all hooked up into one thing. So when chaos hit, you know, hey, you know, it's just going to be total chaos, man. Everybody's so hooked up on some these devices where you don't have a natural feel for the earth anymore. You know, you connected to a device that tells you how to get around, that shows, you know, all the shit you need, you go on your device. It says, alas, for that day is great, so there is none like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel be saved out of them times, man. You know, and that's talking about the elect. The elect is going to come through in those days, man. But a lot of the people that, you know, that don't want to come to the Lord, that's mocking and talking shit and not believing what we're saying is going to happen, they're going to get caught up in all the shit that's coming, man. Because the Lord said his servants shall eat. And a lot of people in those days are not going to have food ready, available like this. McDonald's is not going to be open. It's not going to be no Walmart centers open for shopping. They're going to turn them shit into some FEMA camps, man. Processing camps and shit like that, man. It's not going to be that kind of food you think, where you could just go out and go get like you ready, like your Woodman's or whatever the case may be. All that shit is going to be down, man. Ransacked, all that. And if they are open, they're going to have security, top guards hanging around there. You're going to have the MOTB probably to get in. It's going to be a crazy time. And that's after all the chaos that's coming. This is after, But during the chaos, it's not going to be food ready available. It's not going to be nothing open. You know what I'm saying? People ain't going to be having no fucking shopping. All that shit is going to be gone, man. City going to be totally fucked up. Gone. To collapse. Let me get, but the servants of the Lord shall eat, it says. This is Isaiah 65:12, and it reads, "Therefore will I number you to the sword." That's talking about you non-believers, you scoffers, the ones that talking shit, that don't believe the Lord, don't believe what the men of the Lord are bringing out the scriptures. You believing in all this other shit, these false philosophies and these pagan holidays and all this and that and the third. It says, "Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not." And that's 2/3 of the nation of Israel that's doing this, man. So all this tribulation that's coming is going to be mainly for you, because you didn't bow down to the Lord. And a lot of you got total trust in the system, the so-called white man, what's going on. He's going to be your ultimate savior. A lot of you are geared in that type of mindset, where you think that's going to be, he's the one that's going to save you. When he's the one that Lord is going to, Lord is using him to deceive you at the same time. And the Lord is going to use him to punish you at the same time, He's going to punish you and all that. He's going to show his horns in that day, man. Once he got you under his control, he's going to use you like a damn fucking toilet tissue, man. Like wiping your ass and throwing it away. You ain't no good no more. And that's the way that's the way he basically look at you people, man. And we telling you, man, that day is coming when the Lord is going to feed his servants, man. The man of the Lord shall eat in the days of tribulation and hard times, man. It says, "Therefore, thus said the Lord," "Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry." That's right. The Lord's servants shall eat in the days of wrath, in the days of chaos. All that, the servants of the Lord will eat, but ye shall be hungry. You're going to be hungry in those days. Down to thirst. You're going to be eating your own children, down to thirst and all that. "Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." That's right. Because you're going to know that we had the brothers that's out there on the highways and byways have the truth, but you refuse to come to it, and you just mock, you laugh, and you was ashamed to come to it then. So you're going to be ashamed in them days. Because we telling you, man, this is the truth, man. If you got eyes to hear, eyes to see and ears to hear, you understand everything we're telling you it's all coming to light. The prophecies are. So the Bible is 100% accurate. It says, "Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit." That's right. Because you did not fear the Lord in the days when the doors of mercy was open, when the Lord, you didn't fear the Lord back then, because you didn't think the Lord, this was going to come. You thought all this we were saying was just all BS, until the Lord showed us. It says, "Measure the time diligently in yourself," and the Lord was showing us that. We was measuring the time. We was watching. And we see it. Now it's here. And when it get here, and then when it's here, it's here. Because that movie they show leave the world behind. That movie is basically telling Esau's telling you he's getting ready to come down with the hammer, basically, man. You know. So, but we come to the Lord, as servants of the Lord. Our refuge is with the Most High, man. We know that Esau is not our way. Let me get this last scripture. I'm gonna close it out. Let me get it says, this is Psalms 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. That's right. We're going to be under the shadow of the Almighty, man. You know, we abide in the Most High through these scriptures, through the scriptures, man. And it said, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in him will I trust. That's right. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. That's the so-called white man that's getting ready to show his horns. And he's going to show how he's going to get down. When a fowler, the bird, the guy that hunts birds, really, when he go out, he sets up his traps. He gets everything set. He know where the birds are going to be and kind of put his traps in an angle where he think the birds are going to come. Or however they do it, I don't know. But he sets up a trap so that he can trap the bird, whatever. And we are that bird. And he's that fowler. He's getting ready to set traps, and a lot of our people gonna fall right in because of the tribulation and the hard times and the shortage of foods and so on and so forth. And he's gonna be he's gonna set up a lot of people, man, in that time. He's gonna be what's that dude? That dude that poisoned all them people, Jones or something. That Jones, he gonna be Jones 2.0. Because a lot of people gonna fall into the trap, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilences, which is a nuclear missile that's going to be coming over here to tear this place to smithereens. And he shall cover thee with his feathers. Under his wings shall thy trust. And the feathers, we go into that can be, those are the chariots, man. The Lord's going to, keep us safe in those chariots, man, when all this shit hit the ground. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid by the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilences that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noon. It's talking about nuclear missiles that's getting ready to come, man. It says 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. It says, only with thy eyes shall thou behold, see the reward of the wicked. It says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. That's right. And like I said, this is not this is an alert. And if you watch that movie at the end, that little girl didn't have no little plague. The little girl at the end of that movie, she got to watch her. Like I say, she watched her movie. She had plenty of food. She was locked in a big-ass mansion with plenty of food for one person. And she was in there. And she get to watch the last episode of her movie. And it's like we elect are going to see the reward of the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? And she got to, Bella, that's a great movie, man. Like I said, man, the Lord is our tower, our protection, and that's what we're gonna stick with, man. And it says, only with thy eyes shall thou behold, see the reward of the wicked. That's what we want to see, the reward of the wicked, and we can't wait. And that day is coming, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.